Good morning, my students. How are you today? I hope you are fine. Today we are going to have Unit 5 in our booklet. Let's start to know more about our unit. First, what can you see in the picture? Excellent. We can see some people live together in one place and they do some activities. We call this what? Excellent. We call it community. Community. So, our lesson will be related to our community, the place we live together, and the place where we do some activities. So, as we know, our lesson will be about what? Our community, especially the people help us in our community, like the chef, post office, carpenter, and the dentist. All these people help us in our community to be safe and happy. We call these people excellent community helpers. So, our lesson will be about what? Our community helpers. Okay, let's start to read the first paragraph. Community helpers are the individuals who live and work in our community and ensure that the community stays healthy, safe, and happy. From, from the moment you wake up to the time you sleep, there are endless community helpers running chores for you and the society. They do everything they can to help us and make our lives easier by providing us with goods and services. Community helpers are the individuals who live and work in our community. So, here we have the definition for the community helpers. So, community helpers are the individuals, are the people, are the persons, okay, who live and work in our community and ensure that the community stays healthy, safe, and happy. What the meaning of ensure? Ensure means what? Make sure. So the first two sentences introduces what? The definition for the community helper. They are the persons, the people who live and work in our community and make sure that the community stays three things. Number one, healthy, safe, and happy. So, if we have a lot of doctors in our community and they are professional doctors, so our community will stay healthy. If we have a lot of policemen everywhere, so our community will stay safe. Okay? So, community helpers help us to stay healthy, safe, and as a result, will be happy. From the moment you wake up from the morning up to the time you sleep till the night, there are endless community helpers. We have millions, billions of community helpers running tours for you and the society. Okay? Here we have the word chores. What the meaning of chores? Chores means what? Everyday jobs. Jobs we need every day to have a good life. For example, can we live any day without the baker? No. So, it's one of the running chores for you and your society. Every day we need doctors. Every day we need garbage collectors. So, we have a lot of community helpers every day help us and help our community. They do everything they can. Why? To help us and make our life easier by providing us with goods and services. What the meaning of services? Can you guess? Yes. A help that you give to someone. It's a service. Okay? So, community helpers, as we said, the people help us to stay healthy, safe, and happy. And they do everything for us. And they make our life easier. Okay? And now we are going to have some examples for our community helpers. We have doctors, we have nurses, okay? We have firefighters, we have garbage collector, we have cleaners. All these people are called what? Excellent community helpers. Let's start with doctors. Doctors only? No. Here we have how many? We have three from our community helpers. Let's have them. Doctors, nurses are trained and have all the required qualifications to keep the patient healthy. Nurses take care of the sick and injured people. Paramedic cares for people and takes them to a hospital when they are hurt or sick. Doctors themselves depend on many other helpers who support them in their work and make sure the hospital equipment and infrastructure are in place and working properly. So here we have doctors and nurses. Doctors and nurses, before they have their job, they have to be trained well. And for example, the doctors study in his faculty of medicine for 7 years before being a doctor. So doctors and nurses are trained and have all required qualifications. What the meaning of qualification? Qualifications means the skills to have for the doctor to have a good skill. He has to study well and to train or to be trained with. Okay? So, doctors and nurses are trained and have all the required, all the needed qualifications or skills to keep the patient healthy. What about the nurses? Nurses take care of the sick and injured people. So, if I ask you, what does a nurse do? She can take care of the sick and injured people. Okay? Here we have another job, which is paramedic. It's what? Paramedic. What the meaning of paramedic? Here we have, what can you see in the picture? Yes, we have Banda, excellent, Shihab, and Qudbay. Do we know them? Yes. Where are they? They are in the hospital. Why? Because they are sick. So they go to the doctor to be better. And the doctor will give them what? Medicine to be well. Okay? Here we have another job which is paramedic. But first, what the meaning of paramedic? Paramedic means what? Here we have the meaning. Someone whose job is to give medical treatment to people at the place where an accident has happened. For example, if we are in the street and we have an accident in the street, who come to save people? Excellent. We call them paramedics. They are paramedics. So paramedics, they are the people who come in the street to help the people. Okay? So paramedic cares for people and take them to a hospital when they are hurt or sick. Doctors themselves depend on many other helpers who support them in their work and make sure the hospital equipment and infrastructure are in place and working properly. Okay? So, doctors here need some people to help them in their work. And these people make sure that the hospital equipment, what the meaning of equipment? Equipment means the tools or the machines that you need in any job. So these people make sure that the hospital tools or machines and infrastructure are in place and working properly in a good way. Okay? What the meaning of infrastructure? Infrastructure means what? The basic system, okay, in any place. So here we have three jobs or three of our community helper. They are excellent doctors, nurses, and paramedics. We have another two examples for our community helpers. Here we have in the first picture, what can you see? Excellent. We can see some firefighters. What are they doing? They are trying to stop the fire or they are trying to put out the fire. Here we have another one. Who is she? Excellent. She is a teacher. What is she doing? She is teaching her students. Now, let's start to read. Firemen are trained to prevent fires, to stop the fires. Firefighters are one of the three major emergency services, and they work closely with police and emergency services. Teachers, persons who play an important role in shaping up child's future. They help children learn and acquire all the knowledge they need to become responsible and educated adults. So we have the firemen. The firemen are trained to prevent, to stop the fires. Firefighters are one of the three major emergency services. Okay, so firefighters is one of the three major emergency services. What the meaning of emergency? Emergency is a sudden problem in our life. It's an emergency. For example, if we have a fire in our street, it's an emergency and we need help. Who can help us? Excellent, the firefighters. If we have an accident in the street, it's an emergency. Who can help us? Excellent, paramedics. So emergency means what? Means sudden problem. And they work closely with police and emergency services. So firefighters, they work with the policemen. Okay? Teachers, here we have another community helper who is the teacher. And I think the teacher is one of the most important community helper. Okay? Why? Because the teacher can teach the doctor, can teach the firefighter, can teach the engineer. So the teacher is one of the most important job in our life because teachers, persons who play an important role in shaping up a child's future. What the meaning of shaping up? Shaping up means what? Making. Okay? So the teacher can or he, present simple, the teacher makes the child's future. How? For example, if you want to be a doctor, if you listen to your teacher carefully, if you cares about everything in your school, you will be a good doctor. So the teacher can shape up a child's future. They help children learn and acquire, get all the knowledge they need. What the meaning of knowledge? Knowledge means what? Information related to all the subjects. For example, information related to the science, information related to the English, information related to the math. Okay, we can get or we can acquire from what? From the teacher. So, by getting all the knowledge from the teacher they need, they will become responsible and educated adults. What the meaning of responsible? Responsible is the one who can depend on. Okay? For example, children are responsible? No, they are not. But if you are an adult, you are responsible. I can depend on you. You can do anything by yourself. Okay? So the teacher can shape up the child's future. They help their students to acquire all the knowledge they need to become two things: responsible and educated adults or old people. Okay? And now let's have some questions related to our lesson for today. Answer the following questions. Number one, how would our life be without community helpers? Our life will be what? Excellent. Without community helpers, our current state would be a mess as we depend on each other. I think our life with no community helper will be very complicated. If you are sick, where shall you go? We don't know. Who will check you? We don't know. So we will depend on each other. We will live in a mess. Okay? Number two, choose the correct answer. Dot cares for people and take them to the hospital. Excellent. They are paramedic. Number persons who play an important role in shaping up a child's future. He is the teacher. Okay? So teachers, persons who play an important role in shaping up a child's future. Okay?